The Karagwe tribe. Presumably, they were one of the first in making iron tools. Fascinating. It's about the burial rites of the Igbira tribe. Nuna. I've read something about them already. They're one of the tribes that created those beautiful wood masks. It seems like pictures of African death masks. Interesting how this tradition appears in different varieties across almost the whole globe. The window is secured by a sturdy grate. I don't think I'll be able to open it. Do you think you could help me with something?
Sure. What do you need?
I don't really need anything. I don't think it would interest her. This is about the Lobi tribe. It seems they were mostly farmers. The display case is undamaged. In fact, I have no idea how to find out whether this very case was the one broken by the thief. This display case looks as undamaged as all the others. It's hard to say if it was robbed. This is the showcase that was broken. I'm able to identify it because of the adjacent one I saw on a photo. The display case is made of polished metal. Maybe I could add my own fingerprint to it. Nah, I don't think so.
Max, it's the fingerprint the police found. Do you see that?
Do you mean the way it's cut?
Weird, isn't it? I'd expect a part of the print to be missing if it was on some edge, but here... Max, it's the fingerprint the police found. Do you see that?
Do you mean the way it's cut?
Weird, isn't it? I'd expect a part of the print to be missing if it was on some edge, but here...
The thief stole some exhibits from here. It's fixed now, and its content has probably changed. An interesting idea, but why would I want to do that? These tapestries are visible in the photos we received from Cut Lego. There's nothing peculiar about that window. They all look the same to me. This is the right window. If it was possible to unscrew those bolts with bare hands, the grate would be useless. The grate is fastened by several bolts with square heads and no grooves. If it was possible to unscrew those bolts with bare hands, the grate would be useless. I feel a 16mm socket should fit to that bolt. It wouldn't be of much use in itself. I'll leave it here for now, or else I'll forget it somewhere. I'm really surprised that none of the sockets are missing. There's no wrench that they could be used with, but that would probably be too much to ask. The bolt is tight. I'll need some other tool for this. I should use those two together? How? I should use those two together? How? If it was possible to unscrew those bolts with bare hands, the grate would be useless. If the culprit got inside through this window, he could have left some clue here.
Sure, and according to the report, the police examined only the broken glass.
We won't find out, though, because we're unable to open the window because of the new grate. But if we removed it...
Max, we certainly should examine the window, but before we start taking everything apart here, we should search also for other evidence, right?
If I remove the sewer lid, someone could fall or drive into it. Quite possibly even Laura and I. The drain is covered by a heavy metal plate with round holes. Mr. Cadlego, we'd like to ask you about something.
If I may be of help to you in any way, just ask.
I have to ask, where were you the night of the theft?
You're really rigorous. I like that, Mr. Durand. I was with my business partner in Port Elizabeth.
That's on the other coast, right? In what hotel did you stay?
You know, I can't recollect exactly, but I know it had a number in its name.
What a shame you can't remember. Do you think you could help me with something?
Sure. What do you need?
I found the fingerprint mentioned in the police report.
The one on the display case? Supposedly, it's of no use. At least Captain Nomusa says so.
The report says it is damaged because it's on the edge of the display case. But that's not true.
See? I had a feeling that the police finished too quickly with all this.
Mr. Catlego insists he was in a hotel in Port Elizabeth on the night of the theft.
That's true. I booked him the hotel. It was Manor 38.
But you can't confirm he really slept there.
I can, Mr. Durand. When I discovered what happened here early in the morning, I immediately called him there. And moreover, there's no point in suspecting Mr. Catlego. He loves his gallery and all these things.
What were you doing on the night of the theft? Was someone with you?
I live alone, so no. But wait, you don't think I would possibly... I'd have to be crazy to break in through a window and I have a key.
You'd have to be crazy to steal something using a key, which only a few people have.
But I didn't do it. How can you even think...
Calm down. I'm not accusing you of anything. I was only asking. I won't gain anything by that. I start each painting with it. All of those computers, tablets, but a pencil is a pencil. That doesn't make any sense.
Max, it's the fingerprint the police found. Do you see that?
Do you mean the way it's cut?
Weird, isn't it? I'd expect a part of the print to be missing if it was on some edge, but here...
Maybe I could add my own fingerprint to it. Nah, I don't think so. The display case is made of polished metal. That's a drop of blood. I'd bet it belongs to the thief.
But there was no blood found on the display case glass.
Well, then he had to get cut somewhere else. Probably only slightly. Maybe when getting into the gallery? Let's go over what we've got. We have a strange fingerprint on the display case, and a drop of blood.
The fingerprint won't help us, and neither will the blood. Our department has worked on some cases here already, so I know a bit about that. In fact, they only recently started to create their own DNA database.
So only the window remains. Lara, there has to be something there, or we're out of luck. We have to find out if the window has changed since the theft.
Listen, you're starting to quite enjoy yourself with this investigation, aren't you? So let's go. We'll ask Catlego.
Do you really think that there could be something there? That would be phenomenal.
It depends on what was done with the window after the theft. Did you replace it completely?
As far as I know, they kept only the frame. The broken glass wasn't good for anything, of course.
That's important information. So there could be some prints left on the window frame.
Of course. Where else? I trust you, Madame Durand. You'll surely find something out. Why, you've been doing so well up to now. I have to go now to arrange something, but I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
Maybe Cat Lego should have invested into window security a bit earlier than a day after the theft? If it was possible to unscrew those bolts with bare hands, the grate would be useless. The grate is fastened by several bolts with square heads and no grooves. I feel a 16mm socket should fit to that bolt. If it was possible to unscrew those bolts with bare hands, the grate would be useless. I've just thought of something.
Yes, Max?
There's really something wrong with that Namusa. Have you noticed how he squirmed when asked about witnesses?
He stated that someone had probably disturbed the culprit at night, but at the same time, he didn't see anything wrong with no one seeing him there.
Exactly.
And how fast he closed the case. I don't want to do him wrong, but I guess he's simply lazy.
Maybe Cat Lego did the local police an injustice. It's no secret they have some serious troubles with the crime rate here.
Sure. After all, we're not here to check them, but to help them.
That Namusa didn't seem to me like someone who would appreciate our help.
No one likes it when someone else walks into their territory.
You're standing up for him?
No, but that's the way it is sometimes. As long as he cooperates, at least in some way, I'll be content.
If we're to examine that window properly, we'll have to remove the bar.
I was right. You're really enjoying it, aren't you?
Yeah, we could do that job of yours together. You'll do all the paperwork and I'll do all the fun stuff. Still, I think there's no need to take those pills. I'm just a bit overstrained from Lyon.
Max, you know I love you as no one else in the world, but this just pisses me off. Some things you just have to take seriously. You should know that after what you've gone through.
You want me to take those pills? Right. But you won't force me to cry over myself.
I didn't really mean it. Don't be angry. I'm glad you're feeling good, but you have to be careful.
Yeah, Mom.
You... Tell me, what did you see exactly?
I feel I've seen those statuettes already. Last night in a dream. And now when I saw those photos, they're important, somehow.
And that's all? A dream and a vision in the gallery? You'd tell me if there was something more, wouldn't you?
You know I would. No, it's nothing. think she can't use that anyhow. Do you think you could help me with something?
Sure. What do you need?
I found a small blood stain near the display case. Could it belong to the thief?
Well, it could. We didn't clean close to the display case. We were told not to.
So the blood has been there for some time already. Great. Captain Nomusa doesn't look like a very merry guy. That stern and inquisitive look of his is quite unpleasant.
So what do you need?
Nothing new with you, is there?
The case is closed, Mr. Durand. I assumed you knew what that meant.
Why should I give him that? I think it won't be of any use to him. I think it won't be of any use to him. The fan is off. I'd say it's not even plugged in. No wonder. The hot season is far, far away. The photo shows a likable middle-aged woman.
I'm absolutely stunned. Is that normal for you, taking other people's stuff?
I'm sorry, I thought that someone just left them here. Are they yours?
No, just take them.
Nice fashionable glasses. I hope they aren't noces. Nice fashionable glasses. I hope they aren't noces. Laura would be glad to see that brochure. She disapproves of hunting. It seems cruel to her. I actually don't have an opinion about it. There's most likely some police equipment inside.
Is there a sign saying supermarket outside? I guess not. So behave yourself. I don't know how you work at home, but here we don't just take stuff without permission.
I can't think of anything I should tell him. Common copier. Nothing worth mentioning. I should use those two together? How? I don't know what to copy. There's a nice tie on the chair. Probably a standard outfit of local policemen. Nice habit. A certificate with Namus's name. It's from some hunting competition. I can't think of anything I should tell him. Most of the text is in English, but I don't understand one part. I'd say it's in Afrikaans. Praise of local station in the press. Public relation events, searches completed, stuff put on the notice board by cops almost anywhere in the world. Praise of local station in the press. Public relation events, searches completed, stuff put on the notice board by cops almost anywhere in the world. Praise of local station in the press. Praise of local station in the press. I've just thought of something.
Yes, Max?
Let's worry about it later. I should give it to her? Why? I don't think it would interest her. That doesn't make any sense. I won't gain anything by that. Under the display case, there is a droplet of blood, probably belonging to the culprit. The bolt is tight. I'll need some other tool for this. I should use those two together? How? I'd say that's useless.